everyone, welcome back to the channel. KBDcraft reached out to me to make a review of their Israfel keyboard. The Israfel is a 50% ergo split low profile mechanical keyboard, which is a heavy descriptor. What is perhaps most interesting about the board is that it's assembled like a Lego set. The parts are even compatible with official Lego pieces. I'm excited to share my thoughts with you, so if you're new here, please remember to subscribe and help my channel grow. All relevant links will be in the description. Now let's get started with the unboxing. Building the Israfel is unlike any other keyboard I've ever put together. It is, however, exactly like a Lego set, give or take a few steps for the electronics. There are a ton of details that really sell the Lego experience. The instruction manual has iconic Lego-style isometric visuals. The bricks are even sealed in plastic bags, and it even came with a minifigure. The attention to detail for the whole build experience was very well thought out, and if I'm being honest, it's a huge selling point for this board. The PCB comes in two separate parts, which are connected with some wires. The stabilizers are pre-lubricated. Do note that these are low-profile stabilizers, so you have to consider that if you intend to use your own. I would recommend just using the ones provided though. The plate is mounted using what they call an adaptive gasket mount. These foam inserts kind of fit on top of the Lego bricks and give it a bouncy feel. And we'll see how it affects the acoustics in the sound test. These switches are also low profile and they're called N-squared depth charges. Do not quote me on that pronunciation. Maybe it's called N2, I don't know, but here are the stats. Feel free to pause the video if you want. They also sell the Israfel in black, and it comes with N-square landmine switches, which is their tactile option. The keycaps are manufactured by Keytalk and are low profile, double shot, and PBT. If you don't know what that means, just know that they are more durable and of better quality than your standard stuff. That's all for the parts, so now it's time for a quick assembly. Here's the completed build. I think it has a nice balance of a modern and clean design while still having a subtle, fun, toy-like tone. The color matching between the keys and case is excellent, which is what I think really wraps everything together for me. The shape is meant to be ergonomic, which you can tell by both the tented angle of the keys, seen here, as well as the adjustable center hinge. The spacer, which is also made out of bricks, can be reconfigured to your liking. Typing on a new layout takes a lot of getting used to. When making a keyboard review, I always try to use it as much as possible. That means for my everyday computer tasks, gaming, and things like writing the script for and editing this video. I knew before getting into this that the irregular layout was going to be a challenge for me to overcome. At the start, it was very clear that I couldn't rely on touch typing anymore, and I had to relearn a lot. It's going to take some dedication if you want to get back to full typing speed. Also, you're going to have to learn your layers. Some notable keys that I was consistently looking for were minus, plus, and delete. To configure the key mapping, the Israfel uses Vile. If you haven't heard of Vile before, it's pretty much exactly like VIA. I recommend the web version, which you can find at vile.rocks. Hit pair, and you're good to start customizing your key mappings and lighting. I put on a nice reactive effect that activates on key presses. Let's talk more about the typing experience, because if you're interested in this board, I want you to know what you're getting into. I found that I was pressing the B key a lot instead of N. And the period key is in such an awkward position where you're supposed to use your pinky instead of your ring finger to press it. It was a struggle to get used to, especially if it's your first time straying away from a normal layout like it was mine. But to be fair, if you're going to purchase this board, you're going into this experience willingly. For me, the layout is extremely alien. I've never used anything besides ANSI layouts, which is why I wanted to try the Israfel in the first place. When KBDcraft reached out to me, they gave me the choice of reviewing the Israfel or Lilith. If the ortho layout is too much for you, but you still like the novelty of the build and design, check out some of KBDcraft's other boards. The Lilith comes in multiple layouts, both ANSI and ISO options, which you might be more comfortable with. I did run into an issue with the keycaps. The kit comes with custom low-profile keycaps made by Keytalk. They're of very nice quality for the most part, PBT and double shot, but I did have some QC issues with 2 of my keys. There were some dirt spots on my right shift and P key that did not come off with cleaning. It's a little disappointing, but I probably just got unlucky, so I wouldn't hold it completely against them. So who should buy this board? I think it's very clear that the Israfel is a novelty board. Because of that, I think it's best suited for enthusiasts and more specifically, collectors. This isn't the type of board that I would recommend for everyday audiences because of the 50% layout. Again, if you like the novelty of it but not the layout, KBDcraft has better options for you on their website. But if you're specifically in the market for collecting a new, unique piece, go for it. I think any collector looking for something fun is going to enjoy the Israfel a lot. And before we listen to the sound test, remember to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.